Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of a replay between Jinro and Socke here on Desert Oasis. Liquid Jinro just pretty much is sticking to the standard MM strategy so far with Mass Marauders, Marines, and Ghost. Meanwhile, Socke has a fair amount of High Templars. I do not see any Colossi in the near future, as I do not believe there is a robotics facility, but no robotics bay yet, so that means that there are not going to be any Colossus to join in on this fight, and a Colossus would probably be a very strong addition to this army because of the sheer number of ghosts that Jinro has. Jinro currently sitting on 5 ghosts here, and those ghosts all have a fair amount of energy, which is a positive and a negative depending on feedback. One group of Marines now trying to take down this Warp Prism down to what, 82 hit points as it continues to move around. Another Nexus down over here. These backdoor rocks have yet to be taken down as some Zealots guarding this location here. We now see another drop over here. So High Templar is now trying to come in. Zealots also engaging as well, and oh, that High Templar taken down before its time. However, and there was a couple of side storms across a lot of these SCVs, and both sides taking a lot of mineral harassment so far. So Jinro now down to 52 harvesters. Meanwhile, Socke sitting at 68, and will be taking this expansion in just a moment as well. We now see another Warp Prism coming in here, so this Warp Prism may be able to get some damage. Will that Marine be able to catch anything? This Warp Prism sitting over here, this Marine does not see it, and this Warp Prism is fully charged and will be able to shoot down and take down that Marine very easily. Down it goes, as we now have more medevacs sitting over here just trying to see what's going to be happening next, constantly just trying to watch this minimap. We have a lot of cannons as well, and now this expansion, this high yield mineral expansion may get, oh no, we have another Warp Prism trying to warp in more units. However, it will quickly get shot down, and this Void Ray will get shot down as well by Mass Marines. Those Marines have the level 1 armor upgrades, and now we see 2 nukes now being armed. So the Ghost Academy, this is going to be a mass Ghost army now coming in. So will these units be able to double sniper round quickly able to take this down? And now are we going to get a nuke into this base? No, trying to go after some of those ghosts and some of those probes, and now in comes one nuke. And now a second nuke. Where did that other ghost go? Another ghost hiding out over here. There is another nuclear silo, and another blast coming in just a second. Will it be enough? An observer is in the air, unable to catch sight, able to catch, I believe, 1 or 2 probes, not too many, as there is one ghost over here. That ghost, however, may have a little bit of an issue. Will it be able to take down that one High Templar? And now getting another nuke. So a second nuke now being laid down. The observer in the air, however, sees that ghost but does not see it. Feedback onto the ghost. The ghost is revealed, and the side storm canceling that one nuke. Back over here, a second nuclear strike now being dropped in. However, that is not going to be very effective at all, as nukes do not deal nearly as much damage. Back over here, there is another fight as well. Mass Marauders and Marine Stalkers trying to engage back and forth. High Templars getting more Side Storm in. All these Marauders are going to get taken down very easily. And now all those Marauders are very low on hit points. Down they go, just standing in that Side Storm, taking so much damage. Another Side Storm should be coming in. There we go. A lot of those Marines now taking a lot of damage as well. Back and forth as this fight continues. How much damage will be dealt? We do see another ghost continuing to just try to get and snipe down as many probes into the base, as there's more High Templars trying to get more and more Side Storms in. We don't have any Archons currently merging in, and we have one full energy High Templar sitting here. Another Side Storm coming in. Medevacs taking a lot of damage as well. All of those Marauders essentially down to 1 hit point or 10 hit points or less. However, a fresh army of ghosts quickly coming in to replenish this fight. One observer now in the air. For some reason, all these units not even engaging, just holding position here. And that is just a massive amount of Side Storm. You should just try to engage there. There is some Side Storm here, and now some units over here as well. Another Side Storm coming in. Observers just constantly trying to keep track of all these locations. Another EMP shockwave. Nicely done, depleting all the energy of those Templars. We now see Liquid Jinro taking up, or trying to take up, a third base. We also see Socke having a lot of energy on this Nexus over here, except for he has not taken that base just quite yet. Main bases are mined out, except for the main base of Socke. Socke has not saturated this location for quite some time because it was constantly harassed earlier. We now see a lot of High Templars now coming into this position here. High Templars trying to fight back. There is one planetary fortress, and that one planetary fortress will be able to deal a lot of damage. However, a Stalker is now coming in to fight back over here, perhaps to take down this command center. The planetary fortress range is a range of 7. So these Stalkers will be constantly out of range, and now all of these High Templars may be able to come back in here and try to get some Psystorm and deny this particular expansion. This expansion does have the full 8 mineral patches, and now this command center lifting off into this location. Planetary Fortress getting off 1 pop shot, and now more Stalkers trying to come in as well. Stalkers now coming into this position. Will it be able to? No, it will not. It should not be trying to fight against that Planetary Fortress. That's a very, very sad day, as now another army trying to engage over here. So Marauders are upgraded 1 or 0-1. We finally see Colossi joining in on this fight. So we have Marauders, Ghost, EMP Shockwave against another High Templar. However, that High Templar was able to dodge enough EMP Shockwaves just long enough, and now in comes some Archons. Archons will be able to deal a lot of damage. Archons, however, move faster than those Marines, except when stimmed. We see a couple Ghosts now, only 1 Ghost in this army so far, as now we have some Siege Tanks grabbing up onto this high ground. So Jinro will be able to siege up onto this high ground and start blasting away at some of these other key tech buildings. This robotics bay will get taken down, and that's just a very sad day indeed for Socke. Socke unable to do anything about this, trying to move out Zealots and Archons coming into this position over here, using that high ground very, very effectively. These siege tanks will be able to get off a lot of quick blasts very, very quickly. Archon trying to make its way through, unable to get any damage off once again. We now see another siege tank continuing to blast some long distance away. Probes now doing some long distance walking straight into the Punisher grenades of these Marauders, and those Marauders now just dealing so much damage. However, it had a nice transferring a lot of these units over here. We do see a lot of gateways coming in, and now these rocks are being destroyed as well. This one siege tank continuing to blast away at this photon cannon, and will be able to take down this robotics bay as well. Another probe getting taken down over here. So this game looks to be completely in control by Jinro. Jinro just using a lot of Marauders and Ghost. However, these units are not upgraded that much. Taking a look at the Zealots are upgraded 2-1, and now Marines able to come in and get a quick stim and trying to get as much damage as possible. We see a lot of gas, and now those Colossi do not have the extended thermal lance range, as the robotics bay was taken down in time. We do see a nuke now coming in, and that poor Colossus may get taken down. It will get taken down so close to that blast radius. A lot of probes also walking away, and down that Colossus goes. However, not even to the nuke, as Marauders now coming into this position here. We now see a lot of High Templar and a lot of splash damage in this location, as another nuke being dropped into this location here. So constant fighting back and forth. That Zealot that Ghost may get taken down. Down it goes. No nuke to follow, as those Colossi now trying to catch in and just deal as much damage. Another Psystorm just constantly fighting back and forth. Are these High Templars able to deal enough damage, and all that damage across so many units there? And now just continuing to fight back and forth. We do see some Zealots and some probes over here. Not quite sure what's going to be happening. Army-wise, you can see Jinro sitting on a 5,600 versus 3,100. And now 3 additional nukes now being built up as well. So constant nukes constantly falling out of the sky, putting a lot of pressure on Socke. And Socke now trying to fight and guard this particular expansion over here. Another Psystorm needs to come in to try to protect this particular expansion. Will it come in time? No, not able to hit too many of those units, as these rocks have been destroyed over here. So more units will be pouring in from this direction as well. We now see Zealots and Stalkers continuing to charge into this location here. A lot of damage being dealt. However, the superior upgrades of Socke now starting to take their toll on the army over here. Those Zealots and these Marauders are unable to constantly continue to stim, and that is taking a lot of damage, as these medevacs are unable to constantly keep up with the mass stimming of these Marauders. Marauders are now constantly in the red and in the orange. We now see another Planetary Fortress here constantly being able to mine. Jinro sitting on a very, very large army income-wise. We see, however, Socke sitting on a stronger economy at this stage in the game, as more units trying to come in from both sides into the gold expansion and into this location as well. EMP Shockwave depleting all the energy, and another nuke falling from the sky. Socke going to lose this particular expansion, as siege tanks start to siege up into this location as well. Bye-bye, that poor High Templar. It's trying to walk away. Will it be able to get away in time? It looks like it may not. There it goes. slow-moving High Templar. However, we now see a couple zealots and probes down over here. This expansion is relatively in trouble now as another nuke falling out of the sky. So nukes just constantly raining down as just nuclear fallout and constantly hitting every single expansion. With 3 Ghost Academies, it is possible to constantly be dropping nukes continually. It takes 20 seconds for a nuke to fall out of the sky. It takes 60 seconds to build a nuke, and with that, you can constantly have a nuke falling somewhere on the map. We now have some zealots just sitting over here, not doing much. A lot of units fighting over here, trying to look where the action is, because I know there is action somewhere. As what the siege tanks were able to blast away all those units from that high ground. We still see one stalker over here denying any expansion or any mineral mining from this location, only able to mine out gas from those 2 locations. Zealots now simply able to surround this location as well. 1 ghost down to 3 energy will get taken down in just a second. Down it goes. As this fight continues, another siege tank now coming in, and now Socke, with those superior upgrades, is starting to mount a comeback very, very slowly. Taking a look at the mineral and the economies, 1200 for Socke. Meanwhile, Jinro only sitting on 800, so things not looking too good at all. Socke now able to start mining out of this main base here, and also this location here. He has a lot of probes in this location, even though it's beyond saturation. A stalker now trying to make its way. Are we going to get some Psystorm? No Psystorm. A suicide of units there, as another group of zealots and colossi now make their way into this base over here. Siege tanks, Colossus now trying to make their way off to the north. Will it be enough? The Colossus does not have the extended thermal lance upgrades just quite yet, so it will be forced to take damage if it tries to take this planetary fortress. We now see another phase prison coming in over here. So now as these siege tank zealots try to engage, the planetary fortress does not have the range upgrade, does not have the armor upgrade, so those zealots will be able to perhaps try to dent some of that armor. However, too many siege tanks in that position. And this planetary fortress over here only able to mine gas. Taking a look, the gas, you can see Jinro having a much stronger gas, but that is about it. Getting some additional reactors, trying to train up a stronger army. Income wise, you can see Socke now a little bit behind, as Jinro trying to get an even stronger economy going over into this location, calling down mules very, very effectively. We now have only a couple stalkers over here, no colossi. I do not believe I see the extended thermal lance research anywhere, as zealots now make their way out across the map. We do see 1 ghost. The ghost does have 1-2 upgrades now, so those ghosts are able to deal 22 damage towards probes very, very quickly. And what we now see, Marines and Marauders just trying to move across the map all over the place. Army-wise, both sides about even. However, Socke has the mineral advantage, and Jinro now has the gas advantage based upon all of those ghosts that we see. And now, throughout the map, we now see perhaps this Colossus. Will this Colossus be able to stand on this high ground and deal damage? Will this Colossus be able to slice through a lot of those SCVs, and those SCVs simply getting taken down so quickly? No, not even bothering, as this Colossus now just gathering up onto that high ground, now taking some damage from this missile turret. And now that is a poor day, trying to pull back. Will it be able to pull back in time? Yes, able to pull back, now continuing to fight. Psystorm there, nicely done, stopping that aggression. However, the Colossus was taken down. We now see stalkers once again being warped in onto that high ground, trying to deal a lot of damage. Perhaps a High Templar should be warped in. However, not enough gas coming in from Socke, so Socke needs to get more gas in order to do anything. Zealots now trying to position over here. One of those planetary fortresses was taken down, so 1 planetary fortress taken down. Another Psystorm coming in. A lot of those SCVs getting taken down as well, and Socke needs to take this other expansion, otherwise he will be out of minerals in just a moment. And then Jinro will just be able to outwin based purely on attrition. We now see another command center being upgraded to a planetary fortress. Marauders quickly dropping in from the sky, from the medevac, taking down that last zealot there. We now see the stalker continuing to just try to deal more and more damage. Siege tank will be able to blast away at that stalker. Stalker taken down by that siege tank, and now some Marines will be able to shoot down that last warp prism. As this fight continues, stay tuned for part 3 of this replay between Jinro and Socke here on Desert Oasis.